Hey there YouTube, Shapeworks here. I just got back from YCS Atlanta. I had a lot of really great fun there, and not really good fun because of a certain deck that got on my nerves while I was there. But yeah, YCS Atlanta was actually a really fun event. It was my first YCS in over 6 months, and my first actual tournament in over 6 months. So I'm actually kind of surprised that I did so well at this particular event. Out of all 9 rounds, I won 6 rounds, lost 3. And the 3 decks I lost to was 2 Trickstar and a Mirror Match ABC, which, by the way, I'm playing ABC. The ABC player that I lost to was the one ABC player that got top 32, so losing to him wasn't actually all that bad, so I really like that. But, yeah. Let's just get into it. Okay? Okay, so I played the 3A, the 3B, and the 3C, pretty standard. I played Darkworm. I just really like the combo of Darkworm and Destrudo, where you send either one off of Ravine or Foolish, and this allows you to go into your Ancient Fairy play without normal summoning. So I really like this whole combo that they have. And if you got like a brick hand, but you still have a Ravine or a Foolish or something, you just send this to the grave. He can summon himself from the grave. If you control no monsters, then you can just summon one of your level 4s to make Baguska or any other rank 4 that you need. So I just really like the Darkworm and Destrudo combo. For the hand traps I played 3 Drone Lock, 3 Ogre, and 2 Effect Failure. I played this ratio because Drone Lock to me in this type of format with so many decks that just search constantly, you should main 3 Drone Lock, and seeing how there was just so many what was it called? Masterpiece deck, whatever it's called. True Draco, that's it, yeah. Since there's so many True Draco decks, these 6 hand traps right here, being Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit and Drone Lockbird, really shuts them down because they can't use their diagram. And actually, round 2 when I faced True Draco, I 2-0'd that True Draco player, and in both games he played all 3 of his diagrams. Not once did it resolve because I either had Ghost Ogre to stop it, Twin Twisters to stop it, or the next turn that he would use his 3rd diagram, I would have Ghost Ogre or another Twin Twister. Just both games he did not resolve diagram once in 2 games, and he used all 3 in both games. It was hilarious. This I normally just side out for a certain side deck card that I'll show later on, but this actually helped me out a lot against Pendulum. I faced Pendulum round 1 I faced Pendulum, and turn 1 he did go into what's it called? Their new Pendulum monster. I haven't learned its name yet. I've been so out of the game for like months now. I can't remember cards' names, but their new Link monster. Heavy Metal Foes Electrum, that's it, yeah. He was able to go into him first turn, I effect favored it, and he Pendulum summoned 1, and that was his turn. So that was actually like pretty sweet. This also helped me out against oddly enough, I faced Spellbook Shaddolls, and this allowed me to kind of hinder them a tiny bit when they flip summon Falco. So yeah, Effect Failure. I really like the how Effect Failure is back into the game. So that was my 8 hand traps. For the spells, I played the 3 Hanger, 3 Ravine, 3 Terraforming, and 1 Set Rotation. Round 4, when I played against no, well, I forget what round it was, but I played against 3 True Draco decks, and I beat all 3. One of them, since I chose to go first, or no, he made me go first because he lost game 1. Uh, he sided in or not set rotation, that's this card. He sided in evenly matched against me. I set this. He went semi phase, main phase, enter battle phase. Right when he entered battle phase, I played set rotation, putting a Ravine on his side and a Hanger on his side, and he was not able to resolve his diagram because that was stopped because the 2 field spells were set on the field, and he wasn't able to play his evenly matched. And I had a board of Masterpiece, or not Masterpiece, Deco Talker and Deco Talker, ABC Dragon Buster, and a set Torrential Tribute. So that was actually like a pretty easy win for me, just because I was able to play set rotation to stop his evenly matched. The other spells that I played were 2 Twin Twisters, just because I didn't know how many back row heavy decks there were going to be, because Torrential Tribute's back at 3, Bombs at 3, Judgment's back, and Strike's still at 3, and Warning's still at 1, and just so many different traps that are still are back, and I didn't want to risk it. But the maining this did help me beat True Draco, just because they would have their field spell and outset one of their cards that they would normally tribute for one of their monsters. Pretty much this entire build just easily counters True Draco. And good thing I faced 3 and beat all 3, even though they had Amada Owada, which was a really dumb card that, if you don't know what that card does yet, it's a new level 4 Earth Spirit monster that basically says, while this card is on the field, no monster effects can be activated, meaning it locks down all your hand traps. So that actually got me game 2, or when I faced when I faced one of the True Draco players, he got me game 2 because I opened up with 3 hand traps, and they're all bricking, and I couldn't resolve any of them, so I just bricked with 3 dead cards, and it was ugly. But game 3, I started out all but my Ghost Ogres, because Ghost Ogre is a tuner, and I wasn't bricking with hand traps at all, except for like maybe 1 Ogre, and that allowed me to play through Amada Owada and Masterpiece, and yeah, True Draco is just too easy for this deck to beat. But yeah, 2 Twin Twisters. I typed in 2 Mind Control because it came back to 3 on the ban list. This actually won me a game against, what was one of the against another Magician player. That's right. I played against 2 Magicians round 1 and round 7. Yeah, this actually won me a game against them because I just took the what did I do with it? Man, this is what happens. Yeah. But yeah, this allowed me to win a game against them because I just took one of their monsters, used it for my Link Summon or Exceed Summon, whatever happened, and that pretty much won me the game because he just didn't have anything after that. Oh, that's right, I mind controlled his Pendulum Summoned Purple Poison, and I just used that for a Link Summon, and that was his 1 counter to like my skill drain that was face up. So yeah. My least favorite card of this tournament, Pot of Desires. Too many times I only play 1 Desires, but every time I resolve Desires or play Desires at all, I would always end up banishing either 2C, 2B, or 2A. So every time that I did that, I lost the game because the Desires would just banish all my pieces, and since Monster Reborn is back, they would just Monster Reborn my Dragon Buster and banish the correct piece that I had already banished multiple copies of. So yeah, I'm taking this out as soon as I finish this deck build because Desires is, in my opinion, complete garbage. It killed me in too many games. It was just dumb. Then I played 1 Raigeki, 1 Dark Hole, board wipes, board control, Foolish, Descend, piece that I need, Dark Worm, or Destro. Dragon Shrine to send Destrudo or Dark Worm to complete that combo. Then my favorite card to come off the ban list, Monster Reborn. Loved it. Actually, one of the funnier plays that I did using Monster Reborn, I activated Ravine, they Ash Blossomed it. Then I Monster Reborn their Ash Blossom since it's a tuner, summoned C-Piece, synchroned into Ancient Fairy Dragon, and just was able to complete my play that way. So Monster Reborn actually kind of won me a game because of that whole thing, using my opponent's Ash Blossom against themselves. And that's all the spells. 19 spells, 19 monsters, and 5 traps. So I played a 43 card build, and I really enjoyed it. 3 Torrential Tribute, 1 Solemn Judgment, and 1 Skill Drain. Saw this once in the tournament, saw this twice in the tournament, and these were the MVP trap card of the entire event. Just because the play of in the middle of an opponent's combo, I don't know what you call it, you uncontact fuse with your Dragon Buster, summoning all 3 of your pieces, and when all your 3 pieces are finished summoning, if the opponent has no response, you flip your Torrential Tribute, destroying everything, and you get a +3. Because you search with B, add a piece with A, and summon with C. So you still have a monster on board. And if any ABC players don't know this that are watching this video right now, if you already have a piece in hand when you search with B, then also have C in the same chain link, you get to then add the card, then summon the same card that you have in hand, or that you just searched, if you did not know that. So yeah, that was the main deck. 43 cards. I did very well with no practice, not able to go to any locals or any events at all for over 6 months, going X3 the entire event. So yeah, I really enjoyed myself. Only losing to 2 Trick Stars and ABC Mirror, where the guy got top 32 as the only ABC player to do so. Okay, and this is what I played in my extra deck. The 1 Ancient Fairy, the 1 Black Rose, the 1 Bakuska, 1 Tornado Dragon, 1 Diamond Dyer, 1 Abyss Dweller. I decided to play Abyss Dweller just because Burning Abyss, I could face Burning Abyss or Lightsworn or any graveyard base deck, and I wanted to have some kind of out to them. So 1 Abyss Dweller, one of the best rank 4s in the game. The 3 ABC Dragon Busters, 1 Underclock Talker. I really like this because there were times where I got stuck with just an Ancient Fairy Dragon and a B, C, or A piece just on the field, summoned by its Fairy's effect, and I wouldn't be able to go into my Dragon Buster. But because this card is only link 2 of any monster, any effect monster, I was able to go into this, then banish all 3 pieces for my Buster. So Underclock Talker really helped. Never really used its effect much, mainly just use it to get through the Ancient Fairy and piece luck that the opponent would try to get me with. The rest of the monsters I used was 1 Clifford Genius, used it once, only used it for the same reason why I use Underclock. It's a link 2 that uses any 2 machines, and there were times where I would get stuck with just 2 monsters on the field, being an A, a B, or any combination of the A, B, or C pieces on field. So just linking to them, summoning this. Never really used this effect because I had no reason to. And then I played the 2 Proxy and the 2 Decode. There was actually one game where I actually went through all of my links in one game, and I still came out on top because I had 1 ABC Dragon Buster still in my extra deck. So having that 3rd Buster saved me that game. So yeah, that was my extra deck, 15 of course. one of the games when I faced when I faced that ABC player, game 2, he was able to flood his board with 2 link monsters and all of his pieces, and I was able to go into black rose blow up his field, but at that point I had 1 card in hand and he had like 6, so I was just like, well then I lose because he had the outs to everything. But yeah, and I'm just going to show my side deck because I'm really proud of this, and this side deck actually put in a lot of work this weekend. I'm going to start with the traps. I played 1 Union Scramble. This actually won me a game against one of the True Draco players. He was able to have 6 of my pieces, leaving me with 1A, 1C, and 1B left in my deck, and I had no access to them. But then when they attempted to destroy this with one of their spell cards that they attributed for a masterpiece, I was able to summon back all 3 pieces, and he wasn't able to game me because of this being the card on the field. And I just summoned all 3 pieces in defense, and I already had another piece in hand, so C would go off, allowing me to summon a 4th monster, and that saved me a game right there. Union Scramble, such a great card. For the Pendulum matchup, since there's so many Pendulums at this event, I played 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance, of course. Shuts down any Pendulum deck. Cited a 3rd Twin Twister against Pendulums, back row decks, True Draco, pretty much anything that uses a lot of back row. I've played 2 Pot of Acquisitiveness for Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries for when they banish all 3 of my ABC Dragon Boosters. That never was the case, but I was able to return multiple of my pieces against a True Draco player that had me with the lock of the what was it called? I forgot what it was called. The Monarch trap that negates monster effects. I wasn't able to attribute my ABC Dragon Buster since he flipped it on my turn, and all 3 of my pieces were stuck, and he was about to get rid of my Buster, but I was still able to play this, returning all 3 of the lost pieces back to the deck, allowing me to get a draw, which allowed me to draw into a Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, just allowing me to counter his 1 diagram that was in hand, so that was actually pretty funny. Then I played 2 System Down for the mirror match. The 1 mirror match I faced didn't see this, which I did, and that could have probably saved me game 2, but no, it didn't. For the final spell, I played 1 Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, which in the first True Draco player in round 2, this actually saved me because I had no monsters in hand. He was about to game me next turn, and we're about to go into time since it was game 2, and I won game 1. I played Kaiju Slumber, destroying his Ignis Heat, giving him, what was his name? Homunculus, the Sticky String Kaiju, and me Doggeran. And that allowed me to have a 3k beater on field, which allowed me to just beat over any masterpiece since he didn't have any way to summon it outside of two spells, which, yeah. He didn't have the masterpiece. All the masterpieces were gone because I handled all 3 earlier in the game. So yeah, he had no outs to this. He had no outs to it. It was pretty funny. So Interrupted Kaiju Slumber saved me game 2 of the True Dracos. So yeah, and the other monsters that I played was the 1 Doggeran, the 1 Homunculus, and the 1 Gendora, or whatever you want to call it. Can't read upside down. The reason why I don't play the turtle is because I don't have it. So I just played what kaijus I had. And the last 2 cards was 2 Artifact Lancia, the MVP side deck card, which countered Evenly Matched so many times. The other reason why I cited this other than Evenly Matched is because it actually helps in the keep forgetting decks' names. Like I said before, I haven't played this game in over 6 months at a competitive level. Forgot the cards' names. But that one deck that fusion summons with the opponent's graveyard monsters into that one light fusion monster that negates everything by discarding the same thing. I forget what it's called, but yeah. This was my ABC deck that I used at YCS Atlanta. Had a really great time. Went X3 out of 9 rounds, and yeah, I had a great time. And I'll catch you guys later. Shapeworks out.